catch you slipping, I'ma strip you for your cheese. This is how we do it when you stepping in the V.
Represent my city like I should, fuck that scary shit. Suckers want my head, that's the reason that I carry it. West side coming out the window like Zaza. I don't keep lames in my circle, that's palabra. Represent my city like I should, fuck that scary shit. Suckers want my head, that's the reason that I carry it.
Yo, what's poppin'? Welcome back to another episode of Never Enough Game. I'm Silent 200. We got Lil Seti and Young Flox.
What that shit do, man? Let's get this shit going.
Man, we back with another one, man. Hope everybody's having a good one. We'll start with Seti and work this way. How's your week been?
Man, you know, it's been a little fucking hectic, dog. But you know, shit's been moving. We got the little homies over here. We're waiting on this full community podcast to drop. My boy LA Icon's been low-key lagging it on. But it's all good, fool. My boy, you feel me? He gets professional on the interviews, and then, you know, after the interviews, it gets a little hectic, dog. Life hits the nigga a little too much.
That fool's been on too much honey, dog.
On too much honey? I mean, fuck. What's been really popping this last week, just strategizing, trying to put a lot of things into play that I guess we learned. Going to LA, because, you know, Peeping Game with LA Icon, he gave us a lot of ideas, a lot of things that we have to implement. So now we're implementing them, and we're organizing our thoughts, and we're putting them into this podcast, and in a lot of different ways we're implementing those ideas. So it's been a lot of work. I haven't really been out on the YouTube or Instagram shit because I've been trying to figure out how to implement everything. So I've just been on the back end, full, just working, you know. Staying up late, doing a lot of fucking implementation ideas, coming up with new strategies and rollouts. I started chopping it up with this fool Conejo, fool. Shout out to Conejo, the rapper, G-Raps from Harpies. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I've been chopping it up with him, and fool,
What that was talking about?
Well, we were on the phone for a cool minute. He's a cool ass dude, dog. Like, that motherfucker's like straight up real as fuck. We got on the phone, and he was giving me a lot of advice. He was basically trying to tell me not to fuck with this fool. Well, I'll tell you what the conversation was that we had, right? So the conversation had to do with, we reached out and I was trying to see if he can give me some ideas, implementation ideas and things like that. And he basically told me like, look, bro, you want to know some shit? He was like, I don't have no sympathy for a lot of these rappers out here. Because you know why? Because when I was on the run, bro, I was on the run from the fucking government. From the United States government, the Mexican government, and the fucking cartels. All at the same time, bro. I was moving around at the same time. I was dropping an album. 80 albums. I dropped 80 albums. I'm like, what the fuck?
Hey,
nigga, 80 albums?
I do that for us.
Well, he's like, I dropped 80 albums. I'm like, how the fuck did you drop 80 albums? Like, how much did you make a day? He's like, a day, one album. I'm like, damn, my nigga must have been on one, dog, or some shit. Yeah, so then I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck did this fool do 80? I'm like, so we're having this conversation going back and forth, and then I'm like, he's giving me a lot of game. I'm not gonna lie, he's giving me a lot of fucking dope ass advice. We start talking about
like what though?
Okay, so he starts telling me stuff like we start talking about work ethic. He was telling me like, hey, there's no cheat code to this shit, bro. Just fucking have him work hard as fuck. Then we started getting into like Lefty Gunplay and how he kind of blew up. He started giving me a lot of ideas in the background of how he did his thing. So I'm like, okay, all right. And then he's telling me like, look, bro, right now I'm just focusing on acting. He's doing a lot of acting right now. So I was like, damn, that's what's up, bro. Like, I'm trying to see what's up with acting. You feel me? And then
hey, I'm always trying to be like, I'm always trying to be an actor.
I'm trying to get in.
Hey,
why
you trying to be Tupac for real,
you feel me?
Hey, always trying to be Tupac.
I was trying to get in there like swimwear, but I didn't mention it to him. I wanted to just soak up hella game. And then, bro, that fool was giving me we were on the phone for a
Why
cool
the
minute.
fuck you didn't just tell him, like, what's up, plug me in with some
Nah,
movie
you
shit?
can't do shit like that, bro.
So,
you can't do shit like that. You have to build relationships up slowly. And then as you're building them slowly, then once it's like a bank account, fool. You got to take, but you also got to give. You feel me? So he was already giving me information on the music shit. So then he was like, look, it says you to do this. And then I'm like, he started giving me advice. He was like, we started talking about other shit like Gold Toes. And he was just telling me like, bro, he went and did a show, fool, in Monterey County, fool. When Conejo went to do a show in Monterey County not too long ago. Monterey. Right by Salinas and shit.
Oh, damn.
And he said there was hella Northerners that were there. And he was passing out clothing and shit like that.
They do shit on?
And instead of like doing something, they all pulled up. He thought they were gonna do something, so he was already on some other shit. He was just with a couple dudes, and they're like, nigga, if something pops up, it pops up. It's whatever though. I was like, damn, fool, you got some fucking nuts. He said they were maybe like 60 deep, something like that, and they all pulled up to him like in a crowd. That's why I don't like when people say, "Oh, Southsiders are only fucking hard when they're hella deep." Da, da, da. But then you got a motherfucker like Conejo, fool, that goes into a motherfucking place like that and all surrounded, and he don't give a fuck. You feel me?
Hey, that was with the shit.
He's
though.
with the shit.
I mean,
fool.
his music says it. He could say it, that shit.
Hey, that fool's with the shit, and he started telling me like, he said that they pulled up on him, and they were being cool. They bought his merchandise, and they were telling him like a lot of stuff. And I told him, look, honestly, fool, you got a lot of respect out here.
They're trying to
because if you pay attention, even the Northerners, a lot of them will even be like, you know, like they fuck with him. And I told them too, you got a lot because where we're from, he was in Fairfield. He was just in Fairfield a little while ago. He said
a lot of motherfucking homies, a lot of fools know that fool.
Yeah, because he lived in Fairfield.
Yeah, he's respected because he's been out here.
So then that's when I was like, hey, look, bro, you know, you're really fucking like a lot of fools fuck with you. He's like, yeah, I know I got a lot of in the streets and shit. I'm like, bro, and then he said, I said you should have hit the homies up out here. He's like, but you know what? I'm not on that type of shit, bro. I'm trying to get my money. And he's like, I'm still trying to get you gotta chase this shit. You gotta be hustling because like I'm still hustling, and I'm already fucking. I'm hustling in the acting game now. And he's talking about like I'm still fucking grinding, bro. So motherfuckers looking at me for fucking handouts and shit, nigga. I can't do nothing for you. I'm still trying to put myself on type shit.
The motherfuckers that are millionaires are trying to get to the billionaires. So they're still in the race type of shit.
So then after that, we started talking to we got into like I got into like he said he went in San Francisco and some fools came up and gave him some plugs too. And I'm like, I mean that's totally fine, bro, but like nigga, that ain't nothing special in my eyes. I mean, you could have just hit up some homies from 19 and 16 and they would have pulled up and done something like that too. I think it's because he has a relationship with Gold Toes. And the advice he gave me is to just leave Gold Toes alone. He's like, bro, just leave that fool alone. Don't mind his business. You know, just do your thing and eventually shit. But I was like, bro, it's because you're from LA, fool. That's why you look at it that way, fool. Like, I look at it like I already leave him alone. I don't do nothing to him at all anyways. But my situation is, I know if he gets the opportunity, he's gonna try to blackball us every chance he gets. Yeah, I know if he has an opportunity, he's gonna try to do that, fool. He's gonna make it more difficult for us to come up. Why wouldn't he?
He's biased.
I mean, he's biased. Yeah. Fool. I mean, he's obviously biased. So yeah. I know that he's gonna try to make it more difficult for us to come up. So then, because we might see his artist somewhere in the mix. So then that's when I'm like, bro, we start having that conversation. But he was like, look, bro. Everybody has their own journey, and he's like, look, as long as you're just doing your shit and you're moving up, fool, just do your shit, you know? And I'm like, all right, I get you. I see what you're saying, but I'm just speaking the truth, and I'm trying to expose stuff. So then he starts giving me more ideas. He's like, look, bro, one thing I'm going to tell you is cut the localization out. Stop being local. And that's something, if you're listening to this, your artist, something straight from Conejo, he said, stop looking at just where you're at. Stop identifying so much where you're at. And it's hard because I feel like you got to identify somewhat just so your area fucks with you and rocks with you. But he's like, look, I've been around everywhere, New York, Texas, and hella places, and all these places that I've been to. Hey, bro, that's like, come on, put that shit on silent, fool. Yeah. So he was like, all these places that I've been to, what did he say? See, now I lost my train of thought, fool. But he said, all these places that I've been to,
what place he's been to though?
Like hella places, bro. You know, he was in Chicago and New York, all these different places. He's like, are universal places, bro. When you go to these places, you start thinking outside the box. I've been to a lot of the same places he's been to too, though. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I feel you on that. The only thing, he has a crazy ass fucking work ethic. You feel me? An album a day, that's crazy. But anyways, getting back to what he was telling me. Okay, so one thing is, he said, stop putting your name and localizing your area. Think universal, something that could rock in Texas, that could rock in New York. Make your name be something that's not so local. Number one, and stop feeding so much into your local shit. Feed into the more like something universal that can be fucked with in all places. Number one. Second thing he told me is, when you're making covers to music or things like that, don't put your face on the covers, bro, because at the end of the day, this is art. Making music is an art form. Make a piece of art and put it up there. You know what I'm saying? Don't just put your face and da-da-da. And if you pay attention to all his album covers, majority of them are art pieces. It's not just him in the front chilling, dog. It's like a piece of art coming together. And then we kind of cut off because I was driving around through the mountains and shit, and my reception, I lost my reception, but he was just gaming me the fuck up with hella shit, bro. Yeah, that's how my week has gone, though.
Interesting. What's up with you, Flox? How was your week?
Shit, fucking, I just been on the work shit. I just been on the work shit. I just been on the grind, bro. I got a kid on the way, so I got a kid on the way, so I've just been focused on my money. I've just been focused on my money. I've been like, damn, I already have one kid. I got another kid coming. I'm like, damn, I really gotta be on my money status. So that's why I haven't been really out there like that. I haven't really been on the shows. I haven't really been on like social media and shit like that. Motherfuckers, I just been trying to fucking keep my head in the fucking on the grind.
Hell yeah.
But I have to, you know what I mean? Step out one time.
Yep. Hell yeah. No, that's what's up, fool. You got to. As far as me, shit, I've been focused a lot on
You making some hits?
Yeah, I've been focused on this single I'm trying to drop. I'm just trying to figure out since you talked to me about that cover shit, Seti, I've been thinking about the cover now on how I want it to be. It's a song called Crack Stars, so I'm going to be dropping that soon, but I want to make sure I get the cover looking right. I was actually fucking with it before you guys got here. But yeah, so I got a couple things that I'm working on, but that I'm going to try to drop that first as a single and shit. But yeah, that's how my week was.
Yoli. All right, man, let's get into a little bit of a discussion, man. The topic at hand, the thing that's been running through the land, the internet sensation, Digga.
Oh, Grave Digger?
The whole Grave Digger situation. All right, man. So Digga made a little shirt, right, where he says, all my ops are DEAD. We can't say that word full. They'll I don't know, let's look some bullshit. Right. But so he did a little post. You know, you'll probably will put a little picture up so you can see what he put up. And fools went crazy in the comments. It was fucking getting hella play on Fool Community, and then the Fool Community took it down. It took it down. I have at first looking at it, I was like, look, me personally, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't have made the shirt, but I'm my own man and he's his own man, and you know, at the end of the day, you know, your friends, you might not agree with everything they do, but you gotta back them up, right? You see a lot of people that were coming out talking shit, low key, Swamp Stories, bitch ass was in there talking shit. Fuck that fool.
They weren't on no low key.
He was over here, some. He said some scrappa. Some nigga that doesn't even bang. He's like a fucking white dude or some shit. You know, revealed his true colors. I have my own thing about that, but it was a lot of disrespectful shit. That shirt brought a lot of disrespectful stuff to happen. I have my own interpretation of what happened, but what do you think about it?
What do you mean?
So then they made that shirt, right? And then hella fools were in the comments talking mad shit. And then I think another northerner came out with another shirt where he said all my ops been DEAD.
Oh yes.
And it was a picture of Cheyenne Cadena, like laid down on the American Me movie, and a picture of his actual face, and another picture of him on the floor dead. And that was pretty disrespectful. Yeah, they made that shirt as a retaliation. I have a whole thing on this, but what do you think about this?
I mean, I wouldn't have done it either. Only because
I would have done it. I would have done it now, once I saw what happened, but not for the reasons that Digga did it for.
Yeah, no, exactly. No.
And I'll tell you why.
The only reason I wouldn't is because that type of stuff, I feel like, is just to be it's supposed to be left in the streets.
Well, they're dead, and they can't even defend themselves.
Yeah.
So that's almost like saying a derogatory word for norteños, which I don't say that shit. Maybe privately amongst ourselves, we might say shit like that, but publicly to say like, you know, the B word and stuff like that. I was always taught never say that word unless there's somebody right then and there that can actually speak up on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and that's something that people taught me. Like as soon as I went into a penitentiary, they were like, "Hey, bro," because I was in there just popping out my gums like at the B word every couple of. Like, "Hey, bro, don't fucking say that shit. There's nobody even here to even hear you say that. You kind of sound like a sucker." So that's the reason why that I thought it was a little bit.
I agree. You need to uphold yourself with respect wherever you're at in public and shit like that too. Unless
if someone comes you at your name, that's him. He's if you're able to interact and physically do something,
then you can say it. Then you go ahead and say
if you feel it, if you want to say it. But then that's why you, even if he's an op, at the end of the day, like in well, they technically the opposites, dog. And even then, I don't say that shit. Like, let's say I see one of them fools or something. I don't say that shit. I approach everybody with respect, and I treat everybody with respect until my respect has been violated in some way. But let's go ahead. What do you think about the shirt?
I mean, that's how I feel. Is that I wouldn't have done it myself because of what we just talked about right now. But I feel for the way that he did it, I think it would have been more beneficial for Digga to do it if he had like a single or a project that was like dropping around the same time, like very close. That's when that would have made sense to me for him to even think about doing something like that. But
I think
he did it, and you know,
I think it's something that needed to happen. And you want to know why? I think it needed to happen for this reason, and I didn't initially think it in the beginning. I think that a lot of us and the Norteños fool, the Northerners fool, we have a very close relationship. And when I say us, I mean like the fools upstate. We have a close relationship. I would say it's almost like you're married. And what that means is they see your good side and your bad side and vice versa. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we see the most fucked up shit that they've done, and they see the most fucked up shit that we've done. And I feel like the LA homies are like their side girl. That they're cheating, and the side girl never sees the fucked up shit of the relationship, dude. Why? Because he only goes with the side girl, right? When it's good, and then they go back to the marriage, and the marriage that's when you see the fucking fights, this, that, and the third, and it goes back and forth. And I think this exposed they haven't seen the ugly side, right? That's LA, and I think this exposed the ugly side of the Northerners. Because you can see all the disrespectful comments because they were saying scrapa. Why are you saying all that stuff when it was only one individual that said this? Why didn't you guys attack Digga himself? Not all the Southern Collective did this. It was just one person. But you guys are quick to call everybody scrapas, and da-da-da, and this and that and third, and disrespecting everybody, even the fools from LA. Because whether you like it or not, those fools are Southsiders as well. So then my perspective was, you guys expose yourselves. Because you guys want to act like it's all good and you don't do that stuff. It's almost like this.
Behind doors.
If it was like this is what, the behind the closed door shit you guys did out in the open. And now that's why I think somebody paid the full community to take it down, because they seen that they were exposed and they seen they fucked up. Even Swamp Stories came out the cuts calling us scrapas and shit. Why? Only one person did that. Why disrespect everybody? So here's my other thing. This is the equivalence to this. This is the equivalent to this. Let's say that I'm black, right? And I make a shirt, right, with a bunch of people on my shirt from the Civil War, right, that had slaves, that lost. General Robert E. Lee. And I say, all my ops are dead, and I put General Robert E. Lee there. And then let's say that a bunch of white people jump on my comments, they're like, you freaking N-word? You N-word? I'm going to hang you, N-word? N-word? Oh, that's why I'm going to lynch you, N-word? That would make everyone look crazy. That's basically what happened here. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Those guys were not saints. They were gang bangers, bro. In their music, they said they kill people. Woody... I mean, people said that fool. I mean, you could look his history. He's probably got a couple bodies on him. Bro, he's not a saint, my boy. He's a killer, bro. He doesn't deserve to be all glorified and all this type of shit like that, fool. He's a killer at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying that, he's gone. I'm not trying to put something on somebody, but look at it in that perspective of this black dude. If he would have made a shirt with freaking dead generals for the South, in the Civil War, and a bunch of white guys would have jumped in his comments talking mad shit, racist, bigotry type of words. These fools jumped in the comments and were doing all that talking, right? And exposed how they really feel when it was just one individual when said something. And that's the bigger thing. Now it's exposed. Now everybody knows. Now we can move forward. Yeah, now it's all out there. All right, this is how these fools really act. Now you guys understand what we've been dealing with. How it was not just like all good and gravy.
Put on like a mask and then
now they took the mask away, and that's why they took it down. They took the post down.
You poking at somebody until he explodes, and then he's like, "What's up now?" And then boom, like, okay, I see your true color. I see what it really is.
It's almost like this. I have a friend of mine.
I see what you're talking about.
I have a friend of mine, right? He always falls in love with bitches really quick. All the time, fool. And they always break his heart. And I feel bad for him, fool. I'm not trying to make it funny. I got a point that I'm trying to make here. But it's funny, though. Yeah.
What the fuck?
But look, my point is this. My point is this. They always break his heart. And I tell him, look, fool, don't ever, because he gets feelings for them. But she's just sowing him. You should never have feelings for somebody until you see their worst side. Because that's when you decide if you're gonna fuck with them in the long run. A friendship, I'm sure you've had moments where you've been pissed off at me, I've been pissed off at you for something that maybe I was wrong or you were wrong. But that's when you decide if it's a real relationship, a friendship that you want to keep, because it has to be more good than bad. So my friend, right? He like, for example, he was with this female for a couple of weeks and he got her name tattooed on him. And I'm like, bro, stop. You barely know her. Fool's like, no, it's cool. She's the love of my life. What happens? The female grabs all his clothes and throws it out the fucking house window and does some crazy shit. And that's what I'm trying to say is don't make these decisions. Don't make these decisions until you see the bad side. Now, the Northerners have showed their bad side. You feel me?
You're talking about to everybody else, though.
To us, we know it.
Yeah.
Because we're like in a relationship with them because we live with them. We see each other all the time. We see each other all the time. We don't gotta pretend. Motherfuckers in the comments talking about, oh yeah, when I see you, motherfucker, you see us all the damn time. Just like we see you all the time. And I'm not saying it's funky when we see each other every time, because this is not 2015 or 13 and shit like that. Before the other stuff. But what I'm saying is, and niggas in the comments, bro, knowing damn well, look, the only people that should have been on that comments list that actually could say something is the people that were commenting through a CDCR fucking phone. You feel me? In prison already doing shit. Because if you are at that point haven't done anything and not in prison, I'm pretty doubt that you're gonna crash out, right? You're gonna crash out now because and be ready to do life in the pen with 200 Southsiders that could take your life at any fucking moment for 3 guys on the shirt that you probably never fucking met. I doubt that's gonna happen, bro. On mama's, like, I wouldn't do that shit. That's retarded. I'd be like, all right, bro. That doesn't make any sense. But my point that I'm trying to make is, that's what I'm saying. Don't ever make a relationship with somebody and do all this stuff until you've seen their bad side. And now their bad side is exposed, and now people can move forward if they want to make a relationship or something like that. But just know that's what we deal with on the daily.
People put on a good front for a cool minute, basically you're saying.
Yes.
And you have to wait till that front goes away to see what the real person.
You gotta see the real bad side of somebody before you decide to really get into a big relationship with them. And that's in general. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I think they removed the post. I bet you somebody paid them to take the post down.
We could ask him.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask that fool.
Who you think?
There's a lot of fools, but really it's
the main fool.
LA Icons homie Juan.
All right.
Oh,
5 minutes, dog. Cinco.
I mean, look, is a full community biased towards somebody or like?
Yeah. So what's up?
What's up?
With the others, what else are we gonna talk about?
Shit, I don't know. I think you wanted to talk about how OTR is getting pressed for signing Mexicans.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I seen some shit where like OTR, Whack 100 was saying he was talking to Solis from OTR and that he was having issues with signing Mexicans because I guess like people can get in their ear or like they're gonna end up having to answer for other people. I mean, shit. I can't. I don't. What do you think about that?
OTR.
OTR is On the Run Records. That's the record label that Lefty Gunplay is in, and Chito Ranas. And Solis, I think he's an Asian cat that he's you know, and I've been watching that fool a lot, dog, lately. And me, I'm the type of guy where I don't learn from talking to people. I could just learn from watching what they're doing. But yeah, I've been peeping game. What do you think about that?
I think it just has some truth to what fucking Whack 100 was talking about when he was saying that he would never sign a Mexican.
Oh yeah.
And then everybody took it as a racist remark. And then he broke it down again, and then when he said, well, this is why, because now OTR is going through what I was talking about. It's like, I don't want to, because I know if I do, most likely he's going to blow up. And when he does, my own people are going to get at me about that.
Yeah, I mean, look, no, it wasn't that we misunderstood him. Is that he said it, now that's my perspective, he said it with an undertone that was disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? So he cleaned it up the second time around.
I'm talking about when he cleaned it up.
He cleaned it up the second time because he's trying to fuck with Lefty Gunplay. If you kept hearing what he said, he was like, well, I would do some business with him. I would do it under this, you know? I mean, I never said I would. Now, if I had another Southsider that was in the middle and gave me, I'll give him like 10%. Now you're making excuses, bro. That's not what you said the first time, bro. Yeah. The first time you said it with an undertone that was racial. You were like, oh, they eat beans and rice. Da, da, da. Okay, bro, I get you. But we're not over here talking about you eat chicken and watermelons and shit like that, bro. So Gil said something because of the undertones that he was using.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I guess, yeah, he's got a point though. You know, I mean,
that's what I'm saying. That's where I see where, because before I was like, I didn't understand what the fuck he was talking about. Really, I thought he was just. I didn't know that there was any truth to what he was saying. I thought it was just purely him being like racist because he is a little racist. But now that shit's happening in the OTR and then Wack mentioned it on Adam 22, I was like, oh, okay, so I guess there is a little bit of truth to that.
I think he didn't think a homie was ever going to blow up to the point that Lefty Gunplay is. And then now that he sees that there's money being exchanged, he's a businessman at the end of the day. But to be honest, I saw some shit about that fool. That fool's a straight... Fool, I'm not gonna say it because I haven't seen the paperwork. But they got some paperwork out there that they were sharing that it says that Wack 100 is a fucking confidential informant.
Dog, I would believe it. Look how he for real.
And look, so I guess the Rolling 60 Chris beat his ass. Some nigga named Tiny Draws. And they beat his ass, and they had him on the phone. They said, "Put that on Pyru that we did." He's like, "When? What? Where? Put that on Pyru." Oh, wait, what do you mean? All y'all? You know, that's the first motherfucker that's like on Pyru. Now he don't want to put it on Pyru. He's like, "What? What day?
Hey,
what 60 y'all?"
They're like, "Put that on, Mom."
Put that what? What day was this? Was it Friday? How many of them was it? 6, 7?
You don't want to put it on Pyru.
That fool over there on
that fool get checked.
Clubhouse,
that fool get checked real quick.
Fucking laying on the bed talking to everybody, dog. Man, that's crazy. But yeah, so
that shit was crazy, fool. I was like, damn. And you know what? You can tell when this fool Wack 100 does something, and you can tell when he's lying or telling the truth. I think, you feel me?
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh yeah, this motherfucker's definitely he's bullshitting. Why didn't he put it on Pyru? You feel me? Like, he puts everything on Pyru. This one, he's like, say it, put it on Pyru right now. He's like, put that on Crip that you did it. On Crip right now, I did it. Okay, let me change the subject real quick. Your daddy, shut the fuck up, put it on Pyru. They got the recording on YouTube.
Yeah, that's hella funny.
Yeah, and that's what I'm like, bro, I don't know. That fool don't really got, I think he's playing a role, and I think it's okay to do that shit, I guess. Some people really want to get money, but at the end of the day, it's looking like that's just catching up to him, fool.
Yeah, no facts.
And that...
I mean, look, fool. Look, dog, that shit... Look, dog, it's just karma, fool. Like, motherfuckers, you put that energy out there, so they come back around, they fucking bite you in your ass, dog. Whether it's now, year, 3 years, whatever, it's gonna come back around. So that's why you gotta sometimes learn to humble yourself and not be fucking so ignorant. Like
I don't think he's ignorant. Because now ignorant is not knowing. I think he does know. He's just choosing to go for the clout.
We'll see where this goes like a year from now, and then no. I could bring that up again.
No, I'm not saying he's not ignorant. I'm not saying he is not ignorant.
We're gonna have to cut this short soon too.
All right, man. So we're gonna have to cut this motherfucker short. If you guys have any more questions or anything like that, comment, like, share, and subscribe.
Definitely subscribe, man.
Hit him with the rolly.
With the rolly, man. We out of here, man. Go check out Palabra out now on all platforms. We out.
We out, you man.
Don't let me catch you slipping, I'ma strip you for your cheese. This is how we do it, when you stepping in the V.
Represent my city like I should, fuck that scary shit. Suckers want my head, that's the reason that I carry it. West side coming out the window like Zaza. I don't keep lames in my circle, that's palabra. Represent my city like I should, fuck that scary shit. Suckers want my head, that's the reason that I carry it.